Yeah. From beautiful Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. And the fantastically groovy comedy theater brought to you by the Wheeler Center. Look, guys, we were in Brisbane last night, so this is like being in Paris or Rome. Harmontown is now in session. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and my honor to introduce to you Spencer Crichton. Oh shit! What up? And the mayor of Harmontown, Dan Harmon.
So much. It's exhilarating. Thank you, Melbourne.
We did it.
I find it hard. I don't want to cross the threshold where you start. It's like when you're the Melbourne thing. Like it's Melbourne to me. I know it's not to you, but then it's like when in the movies when the first time the teenage daughter calls the adopted dad. You know, like I feel like if we went through an earthquake together and then I helped you make a tourniquet or something and then there were like werewolves and then we finished and we were the only survivors, it was just me and you, and then you'd be like, thanks, Dan, and I'd be like, thanks, Melbourne. Because I was always like chewing my gum and calling you Melbourne the whole time, like because I don't want to.
Now, Dan spent, I think, 85% of last night's show in Brisbane just haranguing the audience about your guys' accents.
Well, no, I mean, mistakes were made last night. Like, I came out in the hat and the shorts and the... I don't know who started it and what made the show as... The brow of the show was lower last night, and it wasn't Brisbane's fault.
But it was like a cool rock and roll hangar. I don't know if everyone's been to the Triffids in Brisbane. It's an awesome venue. But it's like more of a rock concert. This is a very civilized theater kind of thing. But it was like a prison riot. It was everybody was yelling at each other. They all hated where everybody else was from. It was really barbaric.
Yeah, and they're not. This is not a classist thing. But have you guys seen the movie Gremlins? Like. No, I'm kidding. It was more like we've done shows in like Madison and Milwaukee, my hometown. Like when there's I don't know, maybe it's like it was like they were watching TV and they were just like all of them. They were just like, no, that's not true, and it was like it often isn't true what I say. Like I shouldn't be saying anything I'm saying. So if 700 people are each individually monitoring that and calling out to me, that's actually not true. Okay, all right, well, that's okay.
And then some poor fucker admitted that he was from Ipswich, and there was a...
And the place
they nearly crucified him. It got ugly, but then we all I took a bunch of the young Harmonians, we all, because you crapped out, you were pooped.
I was so exhausted. Listen, if you guys ever see me I'm not going to say I was unprepared for last night and the amount of effort it would take to do a transcontinental version of this show. But if you ever see me initiate a game of audience sound effects, which is what I did last night.
Yeah, we went straight up Whose Line Is It Anyway last night.
I was just looking at Jeff like, I don't know, maybe, what if, do we have a celebrity on the phone? Like, I didn't really know what to do. And it was my fault, because I came out dressed like Paul Hogan. I came out dressed like a fucking lunatic, and I was obsessed with the accent, and I was trying to prove I could do the accent, and I spent hours. It wasn't an insulting. I was so proud because I finally figured out how to say, I like that hat, mate.
Right?
That's all the vowels except for some. Spencer and I still don't know how to do O.
We still don't know how to do O's.
What's the rule with O here?
You gotta go
rules.
You gotta go now.
No.
No.
Yeah, that's Jeff had it.
Nah.
That's perfect.
But now we're doing it again.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's going to turn into Jerry Springer. It's us. We're the fucking
You guys
monsters.
don't know how many times Dan said, "Oh, I like that hit, mate," because it was 120. It was a lot of times.
Why
it
do
was
you
great.
Why when you do it, it's so stressed?
Because I'm concentrating on each thing. I know it says
You gotta
that
be
the
laid
Australians
back.
they have a lilt, they have a playful, relaxed thing.
Right.
And you're not supposed to.
We're
supposed to flow over your tongue like a medicine ball or something.
You know how those
so
flow.
far-
I like that hit, mate. And then it's like there's all these rules. Like it has to go up. It has to be a question. Well, I'm doing it again. This is how I started the show
that's
in
the
Brisbane.
thing.
And I'm not going to say it was a bad show. It was a
great show.
very Brisbane show.
It was a great show, but the inmates.
We had a good time.
The inmates were running the prison last night.
Right.
And they're smart, wonderful, jocular, jolly inmates. Like they were not bad people. At
We
all.
went out.
Like, to be fair, like half of them were from Ipswich, so
Fucking animals.
yeah.
But now we are like, according to Joseph Campbell's tracking of our journey, we're now at the meeting with the goddess. We're in the taint of Australia. We're down. We're down under. We're down like around and under. I'm sure I'm not the first person to point
Maybe we
this
can
out.
go. We can just get on a boat and cradle the balls of Tasmania.
And we're in this wonderful historic theater.
This theater, Dan, is where the typewriter was invented.
There was the guy downstairs that's running the Wheeler thing or whatever. The guy that we met.
The Wheeler Center,
guys,
yes.
The Wheeler brothers.
With the Wheeler-
They're in a huge feud, but they can only get along during these fine showcases of artistic. I don't know what the Wheeler thing is. I don't know what it is.
The Wheeler Center is another theater that they use when they have big venue, like big shows like this. They hire out the comedy theater that we're in right
Big
now.
shows like us. He was saying that it's not this theater, but that down the street there's a theater. I thought he said Max Wayne performed down there. Max Wayne, and I was like, oh, Max Wayne. He clearly needs me to pretend to know who that is, or he'll think I'm stupid. He was saying Mark Twain. I would never. I love you guys, but we'll never understand each other.
I asked him who the name of the prime minister was, and I thought he said something Turtle.
Yeah. Turtle. It's Daniel Andrews.
No, that's
Well, that's the premier.
that's the premier.
Who were you asking about?
The PM.
The prime minister.
Yeah.
That's Pauline Henson.
Hello.
Come on, Hulkamaniacs, let me hear you. Yeah, I got my hooks into Pauline Henson last night and coasted across that finish line. Thank you for that ripcord. I was sweating. I was like, there's no show. I have no show. Audience sound effects. And then someone mentioned Pauline Henson, and it was like, aha.
And Dan started doing a rap about liking that hat mate, and he went out into the crowd and then went upstairs into the balcony. And when he came back, he looked like he had just gotten out of the shower.
I was just covered, and I don't know how much of that was flop sweat and how much was just exercise.
It was kind of humid.
I think it was very much both. I was like, because again, not a bad show, but totally got to experience what it would be like. Like, well, you don't have an act. What if you were in Brisbane? Like, what? You don't know. Like, I didn't know what that meant. They were like, come on, hey, my name's Henry. I was like, okay, Henry, what do you need? I like shoes. And I was like, all right, fine. But then someone else would be like, you don't like shoes, you like socks. Well, Henry, that doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Let's just all eat paste.
I think that.
That sounded reductive. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about my ability to control a room. I'm not talking about Brisbane's.
Dan and I. Well, Dan, we don't like when the audience is drunker than us, and that was the case last night.
No, they were funnier, smarter. There was an oceanographer.
You bailed. Yeah, we met a woman that kills crown of thorns starfish with a giant robot dick.
Yeah. And it's done killing the starfish, so now they just gave it sentience. Like, it sounds like they just let it. Now they just told it to go kill more things and turned it loose in the ocean. Maybe they were drunk. But
I went out with a gang of them. We went out and did karaoke, and like 30 of us piled into like a room built for 9 people, and it was really good. And I woke up just with pockets full of drugs, and I was like, I can't. I'm getting on a plane in 2 hours. So I did all of them. Thank you. No,